so you upate uhondo. But in studio right now, we've got Akoth Adhiambo. She's a clinical psychologist, and she's helping us understand, suicide and what leads someone to there. So before we went on break, I asked you, how can we identify someone who has suicidal tendencies?
Well, suicidal tendencies, sometimes they're very clear, sometimes they're not. Like if it's someone close to you, you'll see they've withdrawn. There are things that they're doing that they never used to do before. They don't want to eat, they don't want to talk, they are isolating themselves from others. Then also you'll hear them talk about it. Some people will just say, I want to hurt myself, I want to do this to myself. Sometimes they say, but then human beings are very dynamic. Sometimes they do not say anything.
Yes.
And you're left wondering, what did I not see? How did I not see this coming? Sometimes people don't say anything.
At all.
Yes.
Yeah.
But sometimes there are signs you can see. Maybe they've started abusing drugs and alcohol. They're just changing their pattern.
Yeah.
Yes.
And because, when someone is in that state, they must be very, very, very vulnerable.
Yes.
How should we treat them then?
Well, the bigger part is in listen. Listen to them. If they're showing signs, listen. Tell them you're here. Be their support system. Technically, give them a reason to keep living.
Yeah.
Okay, give them a reason to keep hoping. And you see, when you're positive and when someone says, I want to hurt myself, and most of the time people ridicule them, you're called names, they kind of push you to see if you'll really do it. That's very wrong. Give them support.
But how do you approach a situation where the law of Kenya is saying that ukijaribu tunakuarrest? How do you approach someone who's definitely scared to come out and say, hey, by the way, I think I might kill myself, and they're quite scared to reveal to you, by the way, hey, by the way, mi sioni ka maisha iko sawa.
Well,
stories za BBI nimechoka nayo.
People will open up when they feel safe.
Okay.
So once you make someone feel safe and they're not scared and they see you're actually someone they can trust with whatever they're going through, they will open up. And that is one of the reasons we are going forward to ask the government to remove these penalties. Repeal it. Because if someone is scared, they're not going to seek help.
Yeah.
I'm not going to seek help for my child who's showing signs, you see. Because first of all, I'll be stigmatized.
Yeah.
You technically, you're now a criminal.
Imagine.
And you don't even have the help that you need.
And you see, when I was doing my research, a lot of people don't actually, because most of the suicide attempts, they happen at home.
Yes.
And so when you know that, okay, so I have a child at home who has tried it, or my husband has tried it, or I have tried it, I don't even want to seek professional help because I'm like, what if you expose me that I tried it?
Yes, and most of the time when the police comes and you're taken to the hospital, you find them handcuffed to the bed because now you're a criminal according to the law. And imagine you're having all those mental health issues. How is that solving it?
Wow.
It just makes the situation really,
worse.
really, really worse. Yes.
So if someone is, going through, they're having suicidal thoughts, they're very vulnerable.
Yes.
And then on top of that, you're putting them
in handcuffs
to deal with a court case.
Yes.
And then send them to either prison or fine them.
And then
that doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. Then they come out and now they're stigmatized. Maybe I had this position in society and people could listen to me, but now I don't have friends anymore because I'm labeled a criminal. I cannot get that good conduct clearance certificate.
Yeah,
Yes, I cannot get government jobs, you see. So that sidelines me when I have a mental health issue, you see.
All right. It's encouraging to see that the Ministry of Health is actually currently doing, or did they end? It was this month they were doing, like sort of caucuses, talking to people and asking them what they think of mental health issues and is this something so that they can create a curriculum and know how to deal with it. So hopefully they're going to repeal it. But I want to ask our MVPs who are tuned in right now, because there are when we put this question out, there are people who actually said it should be criminalized.
Yeah, there are a lot of people in that opinion. But you see, these are laws that were made during colonization. Yes, when we received our independence. How long ago was that?
Yeah, so the
issues
laws
have changed.
Yeah.
So why don't you also change with these issues to accommodate the current issues that we are facing?
All right, call us up 0719012700. Did you know that if you try to commit suicide, you are a criminal and you will face the arm of the law, where you'll either be fined or you will serve some jail time. Now we're asking you, should this law be repealed, or you're like it should stay as is because you don't want people to try and commit suicide? Call us up 0719012700, and remember, you're live on Morning Vybez with Kwambox Mbunde. Let's go to the phone lines. Call us up 0719012700. Brian, I'm going to start with you. Should it be decriminalized?
Apana.
Why do you say that?
There are so many challenges guys are facing. And
you think it stops people from trying to commit suicide?
People will still look for other means, but it's best if this was approached in a different way. It's best if guys actually talked about it, because so many guys are facing mental health issues. It's best
but punishing them by locking up.
The government should now create platforms for people to meet and discuss it versus punishing people na kuwapeleka jela.
Okay,
it's way easier for them to discuss it than criminalize it.
I don't know what you're saying, bro. Redmas from Embu, good morning.
Good morning.
Habari asubuhi.
Salama sana Kwambox.
Yeah.
One whose life is mine.
Sorry, what is that?
Nauliza. Kwani life yangu ni yangu, kwani life yangu ni
Redmas, according to the law, the life is not yours.
It's mine. Alafu unajua Kwambox, instead of criminalizing these things, so I mean zenye mtu kaa kuna shida penye wataziko. Instead of peleka mtu kotini and all that.
So you want the law decriminalized?
No.
Okay, I think you mean yes. All right, that's Redmas from Embu. Anauliza, maisha ni ya nani? Whose life is it? Because it's so interesting. I saw a video of a guy trying to kill himself in Tao. Did you see that video?
Yes.
Aliweka kamba, akaweka kwa shingo, alafu ikakatika. He failed to take his own life. The next thing, it looked like Kenyans were about to take his life.
Yes.
And we've seen that. Yeah. You failed to commit suicide, and then so people met mob justice.
Hello, Vybez Radio.
Habari asubuhi.
Salama sana. This is Neymar from Eldopia.
Eldopia iko wapi Kenya?
Yani Eldoret.
Eldopia. I love it.
Ethiopia. So decriminaliziwe. Alafu okay, should you be found with any case of easy story na suicidal, I think upon assessment that wewe uko mentally ill, ndo sasa sawa unaweza enda hosi na nini, but mtu yoyote tu ati unataka commit suicide, man, hiyo ingia jela. Juu upon that kuna society, kuna a lot of suffering unatuletea sisi ndo tuna deal sasa na story na burial na nini, unaona. But upon assessment this person ana suffer depression ama nini, then that's okay.
Okay, thank you so much for your thoughts there. He shares, remember, this is an open platform. You can share your thoughts. Call us up 0719012700. Good morning.
Morning.
Habari asubuhi.
Nzuri sana Kwambox.
Mwenzetu nani? Unaitwaje?
Mato kutoka Bangu.
Kutoka Bangu?
Kariobangi.
Jesus. Okay. Hebu Mato tuambie, hii law ya kupunish mse na jail time inafaa kutolewa ama inafaa kubaki?
Inafaa kubaki.
Kwa nini?
It is a criminal offense.
Wewe unajibu aje wewe? Nauliza, okay, it is a criminal offense. Should it stay?
Ni mada, si ndio? Saka mada, abortion is a crime. Do you want to take a life? Here, suicide is a crime because it's taking a life.
Okay. Thank you so much, Matu sharing his thoughts there from Kariobangi. Enoch from Vihiga, good morning.
Good morning, mambo vipi?
Fiti sana maze.
Sasa hii story ya hilo ya kujinyonga hii. Mimi naona iko sawa kwa sababu I think huko pia ndani wao wanapatiwa counseling hawa jamaa.
Oh.
So I think so. I hope wanapatiwa counseling because kama ni kufungwa tu bure hiyo ni kuumiza.
Okay. All right. So wewe unasema iweke as long as mtu anapatiwa counseling.
Yeah, as long as anapatiwa counseling waekwe, kwa sababu itakuwa ngumu mtu kujiendea counseling sana sana wanaume wenyewe. So at least uko ndani wanaweza pata counseling sawa sawa.
Okay. Thank you so much, Enoch sharing his thoughts there. Let's hear what people have to say about this. Remember, you can also call us up. It's 17 minutes to 9 a.m. You're live on Morning Vybez with Kwambox Mbunde. Good morning. Hello. I think we are Shaji cancelled. Akoth.
Yes.
You're hearing what people are saying. Yes. There's one guy there who has said, by the way, you should be locked up because in there they're giving counseling. Is that true?
Yes, there are counselors, but the ratio of the inmates versus the counselors. By the way, counseling is not talking to someone once.
Yeah.
It is a process, and it takes a couple of sessions for you to get there. So tell me, this may be one or two counselors with a prison population of several hundreds.
Yeah.
How is she going to successfully conduct therapy on all of them before that time elapses? And also their priorities. You see, you cannot tell me that she'll attend to everybody. She or he will attend to everyone in that prison. It's overwhelming. Yeah. So putting them in there for counseling, I don't see how that.
It's gotta be ridiculous. I don't know, man. Brian, a lot of people wanakubaliana na wewe ama Chali. Good morning.
Good morning.
Habari asubuhi.
Nzuri sana.
What say you about this law that criminalizes suicide?
I think criminalizing suicide is going at it wrong. Because, depression and mental health is a very, very big issue that we in Kenya don't take very seriously.
Yes.
So I think because of this toxic masculinity and, this female, and I think we should decriminalize it and think of some way of helping these people rather than restraining them.
Okay. Do you mind sharing with us your name again?
I'm Brian from Kabete.
Brian from Kabete. Thank you so much for sharing. Have a great day. Okay, so a lot has been unpacked in that as we've opened the phone lines. I think we're just going to listen to some music. When we come back, we're going to now give you the facts, and then I still insist this law should be removed. Kabisa, no decriminalizing. If it instead ungepatiana po counseling, if you're found, then the law takes you into a mental institution where now you face counseling. That's better. But kwa jela,
mimi nabaki tunayo.
Catch the vibes on air and online.
As a psychologist, when you hear that, what do you think?
Well, a lot of people are not psychologically at a point where they can understand suicide. Yeah. Yes. I don't think there is anyone who would be perfectly okay and just want to end their lives. We have to understand that behind suicide, there's a lot of precipitating factors. Yeah. There are these things that underlie someone wanting to take their own lives, you see. Yeah. So if we ignore those things and we focus only on the fact that this person wanted to take their lives, we're not helping them. Yeah. We have to ask ourselves why, what happened to push them to this point. Yes.
And because this is a rhetoric by a lot of people, a lot of the guys who've called have said, by the way. And that thinking comes from, you're saying life is tough. Life is tough for me too, bruh. So why are you, and that's the thinking behind it. So what would you advise someone who, especially of family members of someone who's suicidal? Because if I'm being treated like this and I was about to commit suicide, chances are I'd finish it.
Yeah, okay. Just be kind. If you cannot be kind, then just leave it at that. You do not have to be mean if you don't have anything nice to say, because these are very fragile people. They're very vulnerable. And comments like those and being treated like that, I don't think anyone would like it. Yeah. So if you do not have a kind word to say to someone who's in that situation, just leave it at that, because it's not easy to understand the problems that people face. Yeah. We're all going through issues, yes, but they cannot be at the same level. Yeah. It cannot be at the same time and the same type.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're all different. We're all different. We'll say that you have to be kind, guys. I'm very impatient. I'm constantly, Brian could tell you, I'm very impatient. But I recognize that not everyone is, faster. Kuna mwingine anataka kupeleka vitu aste. And that's, now I'm just like, and I can be pushing someone and they've got their own things going on. So
Yes.
I try to, measure my my energy, and vice versa. There's someone who looks at me and they're like, udem akona ADHD and if I could slow down. So all of us are different, and we really need to be patient with each other. As we wind up, as a clinical psychologist, I want you to tell us, is this law making sense?
No, it's not making sense. It's not helping. It's not dealing with the issues behind suicide. It's dealing with attempting suicide, but it's not dealing with what the why.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because we're seeing suicide across the board. Whether it's there's a young student, she couldn't be able to go to Form 1, amejinyonga. This week alone, I have seen cases of 5 teachers. 5. A principal and 3 other teachers. And I think a matron or something like that. So 5 people in the education sector who've killed themselves, and they were successful, So, and the rates seem to be going up with the stresses of life. Someone is listening to you right now and saying, "Okay, I think I'm feeling suicidal." What should they do? How do they get in touch with Befrienders Kenya?
Befrienders Kenya is on Facebook as Befrienders Kenya.
Yeah.
Our contacts are there. You can there's our email there. You can email us. When you send us a message on Facebook, we will get it.
Yeah.
We get back to you. I think we reply to all the messages we get because
I see your
we
sessions
understand
are free as well.
Yes, they are free. All you have to do is make an appointment with us.
Yeah.
Then we'll appoint a counselor for you or a psychologist, whoever is available, to take up your case, and you don't have to pay anything.
Is it possible for me to get help over the phone? Let's say Mr. Kuona mtu.
Yes, we do that as well, because sometimes people call us when they're in a crisis.
Yeah.
So we cannot overlook that. But we will try our best to handle that situation.
Yeah.
And then if possible, we would schedule you for a therapy session.
Especially men. I speak to a lot of men on a daily basis, and I can tell you, wacheni kujidanganya. It's okay to talk to someone about your problems. It's okay. I know what society has told you. I know what maybe your girlfriend is telling you. I know what your wife has told you. But it is okay to go through problems. You are a human being. You aren't put on this earth to be a pillar for other people, forgetting to take care of yourself. So I'm urging every single man who's listening to me right now, you matter. And your mental health matters. You can be physically healthy, but if your mental health is not okay, you're not serving anyone anything. Whether you're a father of children who are 30 years old, you still need to listen to what I'm saying. You need to take care of yourself, and especially your mental health. Thank you so much, Akoth, for coming through.
Thank you for
sharing
having
with
me.
us. And for everyone, Befrienders Kenya, we're going to post it on our social media platforms. If you're feeling you need to talk to someone, it doesn't necessarily mean suicide. But you're probably anxious about something. Something is stressing you. You're finding that there's no one you can talk to. Please make a point of reaching out. Do not suffer by yourself.
Catch the vibes on air and online.